It's another video from Ozzy's Robot. Brought to you by the Banana Collection.
All right, everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I'm winding down my Saturday videos, which I'm posting, I have no idea when. Probably, I'm getting close to March, even though I'm making them in early February. And I'm going to wrap it up with this cool friction space patrol. Now, before we get rolling, if you're a lurker, as always, do me a favor, if you haven't already done so, for the love of God, please subscribe, and it would be greatly appreciated. With that out of the way, get comfortable, grab your coffee, chill out, take a sip, like I'm doing with my sparkling water. Kick back, lean back in your chair, stir your coffee, clank it a little bit. I blow some, what is this, a loose hair over here? Anyway, put a little sugar in it, a little cream, maybe it's honey in your tea, whatever it is. Get a snack. Maybe it's a nice breakfast burrito with some scrambled eggs, cheese and ham diced up, some little onions in there. I can go for that right now. Go for one of those right now. But actually, I'm getting ready. Going out for some brick oven Neapolitan pizza, my favorite, that super thin crust. But anyway, if you're comfortable in your chair and now you're focused and you're awake, be awake, please. I'm going to discuss this very rare toy that rarely surfaces for sale. Almost never in an auction setting. I got this, I believe, on eBay, and that's where most of the people I know that have found this have purchased it, on eBay. This is a friction version of the Kanto Space Patrol tank. So let's see. I don't have a box, and this is one of those odd toys that I've never seen a box for. Does it exist? Was this part of a set? And that's sometimes my my theory, that this could have been part of a set. Or was it like something with that checkerboard? Was it the Space Patrol from Ralston Purina? Ooh, that would have been a better view. Maybe I should get something to lean the camera up a little bit. I use this magazine I'm about to toss anyway. There we go. Ooh, much better. So, now, when I first saw this, right, I assumed it was the size of the Kanto Space Patrol tank, the battery-operated version. And that's not quite the case. So, he is going to make a guest appearance. But let's see, is there any markings on this? You can see it has some moderate wear here. Yep, it does, as a matter of fact. I'm showing you upside down because of the angle, but yeah, it's also a Kanto toy. How strange is that? Let's see if we can get it from this side. There you go. There you go. So it is a Kanto. And they made this friction version, but to my surprise and my chagrin, it's not the size of the battery version. And how do I know that? Because I bought, for your entertainment, the battery size one. That's not going to be a good representation. So let's look at them this way. You can see here, it's significantly smaller. So until I had this in my hand, I had absolutely no idea. And I'm sure most other collectors have no idea until they actually acquire one. I only know about 3 people that have this red version. To me, the blue version, this is one of my favorite space toys with one of my favorite boxes. I did a short, when I was making videos in the early teens, the 2000 teens, where I just showed the toy for like a minute or less, just operating and didn't narrate anything. And I actually had somebody comment recently and said, why don't you just do your videos and don't talk, just show them working. And I'm like, well, that's what I used to do, and nobody subscribed. In fact, when I had videos that way, and to be fair, I was not promoting the channel then, I wasn't pushing it. I mean, I had like 20 subscribers. So that just was not an effective strategy because, at the end of the day, people want to hear something. They want to engage, right? They want to know who's telling them what, So I kind of like it this way. And this is eventually going to morph into my live streaming if I ever have time and get that set up. The way I don't want to do that until I have all my I's dotted and my T's crossed. In other words, like I want it to be good out of the gate. I don't want, other than my museum opening, which was chaotic and my son was filming that, which still has gotten a ton of views, amazingly, but that's not what I want. I want it to look professional. And the other thing is, let's face it, like on platforms like YouTube, which is my biggest, as much as I'd like to be bigger on Rumble, I'm just not. As much as I'd like to be bigger on BitChute, I'm not. And Odyssey, it's just been a slog for me. So, this is YouTube is the primary platform, good or bad. And, I know that, a little bit of wrong thinking, they just suppress the crap out of people. And it's not even that. That YouTube just wants to be like a streaming company. They don't want this lowbrow, homespun stuff. They just want, Netflix type content. And you know what? That would be like the death of YouTube because quite frankly, we don't need another streaming service. And I would argue that they can get rid of all their corporate content and be actually better and more successful. Now, from an ad generating perspective, that might be, costly initially, but let's face it, when there's so much discrimination against who, what gender and what race, it seems that the gender and race non grata is what's grown a lot because where are they going to go? They can't get advertising work. They're not really in media. They're represented like idiots, for decades now, and so they're going to find an audience somewhere. So. Now, YouTube obviously is not into that, and you can see that they're really throttling people. It's just, just to give you a stupid example. I've had videos, shorts. Just my horse freaking short. I've seen them take the likes initially from 18 to like 13. Why the hell are you removing likes from my horse video? I don't care, but it's just so odd to me. Like, who's doing that? Is it a computer? What are they saying? Is it bots that are liking it? I have no idea, but it's bizarre to me. But that's, what you're up against. And I'm sure other creators way bigger than me see the same thing. But sometimes you break through. Look at channels like Critical Drinker, Nerdrotic, all the ones like that. And obviously Styx, you could tell they definitely throttle him. There's no reason that he shouldn't be up to at least 750,000 subs by now. It's, it's clear that, they don't like that type of independent talk, but, and also, you got to be careful with the potty mouth because that's the other thing. Don't ask me why, because there's so many other things that they accept. But anyway, let's not deviate from this. So now you see them side by side. I'm not going to, I could use it, make a video of that with the box with narration instead of my 40-second video that I made like 12 years ago. But I love that toy, by the way. So even though this red one's rare, I would definitely take the blue one. Unless this had a box, because the box would be the holy grail. If any one of you have a box for this, just like send me an email. I would buy you and pay you some crazy money for it. So it's good to see them side by side because, okay, it's smaller. The headlight covers are similar, with the chrome. This is kind of more of a construction look too with these stripes. Now it is Space Patrol. It has this rocket over here, the symbol. So maybe, I don't know, it's construction in space. And again, this checkerboard pattern is kind of reminiscent of the Ralston Purina. It has the fins here. The astronaut is actually pretty cool, but he's a little simpler. His face isn't as detailed. He's got like some kind of oxygen tanks back there. Nice dash that's detailed here. I'm hitting my camera. Of course, he's got this antenna. And see, it makes a clicky, click, click, click. Let's see if I can roll it. It's kind of... I don't get enough traction on this smooth surface. So let's see what I can spin here. It seems like the friction will make the antenna rotate. as you can see here. I guess the clicking is the cannon shooting off, so that makes sense. The front wheels just turned, but that's pretty much it on your red Space Patrol. Again, if you've seen the box for this, or you have one of these in the box for sale, let me know, because I'd be more than happy to take it off your hand for a very fair price, I might add. And even if you just have a picture so I could see it and catalog it, I'd be happy just with that. So let me know what you think. Let me know which version that you would prefer. Would you prefer the cooler blue battery-operated one with all the bells and whistles? And you can see here, by the way, this one has 6 wheels. I don't want to get too into it because eventually I'll make a video of this. And it's got tracks in it. Whereas this one is simpler, but also elegant. But that's it. You know what? I'll put them back side by side. That's the shot I think looks the best. Put some light on it. And if you like these, you know what? Thumb up the video, please. As always, I appreciate your time. And, let me know what you think. Comments are also welcome. With that, my friends, thanks again. And I will talk to you later.